if you need an intro to the podcast episode, I'm here.
Welcome to another episode of Living Single with Dan and Danny. As always, I am Danny, and in front of me is Dan.
Hydrate, brother.
How you doing?
Keep your skin clean, man. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Can't complain at all.
That's good to hear, and if you did, it wouldn't help.
It's true.
What the old head say?
We're joined today by a lovely young lady. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm Adaria.
Are we shy?
Yeah,
We shy.
I'm so nervous. Like I've never been on a podcast before.
First time?
Like first time, right? So I don't know what to expect. But yeah, I've known these two for a long time, and I'm glad to be here.
One, what do you do professionally, and are you good personally with everything that was going on?
Yeah, no, I think I'm good. I'm actually I'm a nutritionist at the health department.
Oh.
So
That's why I knew she could say that word. SVT.
So I'm just making sure that the babies, the pregnant women, breastfeeding women, and children are eating healthy and are being safe. Trying to prevent infant mortality.
Oh, goodness gracious. That's real, but the thing about it is spooky.
I know.
Stay alive, infants.
For real.
Stay alive, infants.
Infant lives matter.
To the first topic that we want to explore.
Oh man, that was funny. Give me 1 second. Well, I think it is important that you mentioned your workspace and how you feel about that, because one of the things I want to discuss is mental and physical exhaustion and how you two have handled that in your life, especially during the quarantine. So, out of you.
Okay. Well, it was an adjustment when COVID happened. My boss was literally about to go on maternity leave as COVID happened. So it was like a change. Right. You know, it was a change in leadership. It was a change in schedules, a change in scenery with just work in general. So we had to get our work laptops and work phones and all of that. And it was cool. It just took a lot to adjust. But, and then trying to find a way to keep everybody happy, because everybody was not happy at work. Because they were like, oh, why did she get to stay home for this many days? Or why do I have to come to the office so many days out the week? And kind of figured it out. So now it's just a half and half week. But I mean, you still get the same quality, good quality education from us as nutritionists. So whether we're at home or in the office,
But outside of that, like, mentally, how are you, I guess? Or how have you been?
I'm exhausted. You know, we're in the middle of a race war, so that's really exhausting in itself.
I don't want to touch that, but yeah, we are.
And we don't have to get into that, but like that just kind of plays into, you know, the exhaustion of everything. And when all this was happening, like you can kind of tell the tension was kind of there at work. So it's just like kind of tiptoeing around it. So, but luckily we have a new person, a new CEO that's really good about inclusion and being open about those type of discussions. So that made that process a lot easier. So
I'm definitely saying being home right now was a blessing in disguise for me. Literally the only black person there in my office. I mean, we have our HR woman is black and Asian, and we just hired somebody down the box office assistant manager. She's a black lady. So technically 3 people. I'll say 3 people. But I'm the only black male. And so men, we have this certain banter that, we go about when we're talking to each other, how we may pick on each other, talk to each other, our speech, and all that. So anything else, whether it's sports or stuff like that, you may get a hard time about, or, you may can have these heated conversations about politics, finance, and again, I throw sports in there. But this is one thing I wouldn't even have wanted to talk about or been around or overheard a conversation from like upper management and stuff like that, is because I am of the belief, like, if you ain't with us, you against us. It's like and that don't mean necessarily you trying to physically go out and harm us, but by not supporting our cause, it will harm us one way or another. And so that was the spooky part of all of this. And then I saw a post on social media saying, you know, there's people every day who are fighting and battling and gotta set that up because they have a Zoom call at 3, like that type of thing. And it's like, dang. So I am thankful that I haven't had, because I'm completely work at home. I don't gotta go up there at all. I am thankful I've had the opportunity to work from home during this process and everybody else's process, because you know you're gonna have some people that want to talk about it. You're gonna have some people that may think they have solution. You'll have some people that may want to talk about it because they don't have solution. And you have the people that try to avoid it. And it's like, if I went into the office, what group of people am I going to get? Because like I said, 98% of them are white. So each of these white groups can think totally different. And it's like, what am I going to get and how do I handle each of their different thought processes about it? Right. So I wanted no parts.
No, I get it.
No parts.
I get it.
I hate it when the companies was doing the whole, like my company had a whole meeting. They read like a scripted little speech about why Black Lives Matter and what they're gonna do and shit like that. I mean, it was nice, but it only lasted a day. You know, once Pride Month started, they was on to the next thing.
Damn.
So it was like, do y'all really care, or was y'all just trying to say this so y'all make it seem like y'all care?
Yeah, and I mean, we're gonna see with all these organizations, and I think it's bigger than organizations, just life and society in general. Like I told my friend the other day, I think we need to revisit the Constitution. And not just the amendments and all that. I think the last time the Constitution was amended was like 1992, which is like 28 years. So like that document was made in 1700s.
Right.
Like, do we even like, and again, this may sound crazy, but like, do we even need it? Like, can we just make a new document? Like, versus just keep reviving? It's made in the 700s.
We're a conservative country.
Like, I really don't, like, they knew half the stuff we know. I'm not saying they're not smart people back in 1700s. Half the stuff we know, or at least are going on today, wasn't even touched on in that. So, and again, you look, all right, I don't want to get off on a tangent, but then states can have their own laws anyway. So,
Exactly.
Yep. So people gonna do
find the point. Show me the point.
Right.
So, but that's just, you know, a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But
Life can stress you out in multiple ways.
and to that point, I wanted to ask about mental and physical exhaustion, because I think in some friends and people in my life, I think is your atmosphere that, of course, affects how you handle your exhaustion. Right. And by that, we're all going through a quarantine, but I think a couple things that had helped me get by. One, I still have my job. Two, I still have social interactions. Like I have, and I say all the time, like people talk about quarantine. I don't think nobody's technically quarantining. We're just staying away from people we don't trust. Like I don't want to be around anybody I don't trust. Like if I trust you, I'm sure you take care of yourself, blah, blah. Because not even outside of this whole podcast gathering, like going to go see my mother or going to go see my sister or something like that. It's like, I wasn't about to stop seeing them.
Right.
So I felt like that. And then also I have my video game, which may sound childish, but I can talk to like 7 different people at once and we're engaging, we're interacting. Like everybody doesn't have that social atmosphere outside of social media maybe. And they're not going on live with 8 different people. So I'm still talking to friends. I'm still hanging where like other people may not have that. So I think the people you're around can affect it, but I want to know you guys' take on it. Like what has uplifted you during this time? Like how have you handled it? And do you think you could use something extra to take your mind off of what's going on?
So I gotta co-sign with you on like still having social interaction. Like my cousin and my aunt live here, so then they're just down the street from me, and I love that I can go see them whenever I need to, and I kind of feel like I'm the same thing for them, so that really helps. And then I'm still able to see who I've been seeing outside of the quarantine stuff. If I ain't seen you in months, and now all of a sudden you're trying to hang out, I don't know about that.
I know what you're doing, yeah.
Right. But no, that helps, and then FaceTime is cool. If I ain't seen you in a while, hey,
yeah,
here you go. But But yeah, still having that social interaction and just having that time to self-care. Self-care. Super important.
What's your thoughts, man?
For me, it's been the same. I mean, I worked from home my last job for probably like 6 months. So
literally
no difference.
Nothing has changed.
nothing has changed. Like, only thing that has changed is I switched jobs. But like my old job, when I worked from home, I was a lot more productive. Like, I could probably finish my workday in 4 hours. So I had 4 other hours where I can put towards doing something else. So I was more productive. Whereas now I'm working like 8 to 6 every day, Monday through Friday, sometimes a weekend. So by the time I'm done work, I'm like, I don't really feel like doing shit. Like, sometimes I don't even cook dinner. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
same.
so that's probably the biggest thing. And like, creatively, I haven't been as productive. Like, I haven't been as disciplined. But I'm aware of it, and I know it's because now I really can't separate work from home.
Right.
So now I just try to have a different space where I don't bring none of my work stuff into my bedroom at all. Like, that's just my, like, if I want to decompress, disconnect, I go to my room and I can have a meditation and be cool. But then I have my downstairs where I can work and be productive and not have to worry about it.
Good
So
work-life
I think,
balance. Yeah.
This gonna sound funny. So my office chair is a game chair, because like I said, I play my game. And so I moved that chair, which is pretty heavy. It's not super heavy, but it's heavy. It's like 20, 30 pounds. So I moved that from my room to play the game to my office space. So that's my like signal. If I move once, I'm cause you know, I sit down at the desk, I do work, I may take a 10-minute break, do something else. I do work, so I may move up and down. But once I finally move that gamer chair from my desk to my game, that's shut off top. Like, I'm not switching back because it's heavy, I'm not lifting it, transport it from my living room over, I gotta lift it over my couch to my room. Like, I'm not doing that. So like, that's my cue of when like, okay, work is officially done or game time is officially over when I make that switch. So, but I think it's important to have that distinction during, because we're all working from home.
We are all working from home.
how's your day going? So how's your day going?
It's going good. I'm sore from working out earlier, but I'm good.
What?
if like the context, if you put those two together, that's crazy. He said, "How's your dating life?" And then you went to, "Oh, I'm sore from working out earlier," and it just.
Oh, okay.
It
So
got
I
crazy.
didn't
What
catch.
you thought I said?
I thought you said, "How's your day going?"
No, I ain't talking about your day, girl.
You don't care about her day?
We've already talked about that.
Okay, respect.
Okay,
You know, this is living single, you know. I just
Right,
wanted to see,
right.
you know, what the temp was.
I mean, I'm chilling, honestly. I'm still single. So,
Are you looking or?
I mean, I've dated. You know, I've dated a couple people I thought I was vibing with, but, you know, they have other priorities.
What have you struggled with the most, you think, in dating?
Consistency. Like, it's good for like a month or two, and then all of a sudden something just changes. Like, I don't necessarily know what it is, just changes, and then just kind of fizzles out.
Have you? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I feel like, I don't know, like, I've noticed this, like, I can meet somebody, like them, and I could ghost them and stop talking to them and be cool. But it just like, once I find something that I don't like, the flip switches, and that tells me, okay, maybe I just didn't vibe with this person, or I didn't vibe with this person like I vibe with this person, so I'm not gonna be consistent anymore. I have no reason to.
Right.
Do you tell them that or?
Not all the time. I think I've realized that I probably need to be more truthful.
I don't know, because it's a personal thing, but I think it's more professional to tell them. I know it's like it's
professional.
Yeah, like instead just again depending on the situation, like at least like if you tell them why what it is, it's like, I thought this about you and it's the opposite. At least now they know, so moving forward that can help
I
them.
feel like it takes a level of intimacy for me to get to that point where I feel like I should tell you why I no longer want to mess with you.
Okay,
Like if it's somebody I just met, maybe a week we go out on a date or two and it didn't work out, I don't think I owe them an explanation. But if it's somebody I may have dated consistently, we had been talking for a few months, had feelings, and then something changed, then okay, yeah, we can have a conversation. Or if we're exclusive, okay, yeah, I owe you that. But if it's somebody I'm just dating, like getting to know,
a fling,
yeah, I don't think I owe you anything. But that's just me. Maybe I mean, I'm trying to be more truthful and not ghost women, but sometimes I mean you gotta earn it.
That goes both ways.
Yeah, but I don't go acting. I don't care. If we stop dating, if we start talking, cool. I'll find somebody else. It's okay.
You never been hurt by somebody ghosting you?
No.
I have. It was out of the blue. Like it could.
No, I haven't.
I want to say, like, I feel like you definitely blocked somebody, but
Like I've gotten ghosted before. You know, this person was supposed to come over for the weekend and didn't hear from them all weekend. And then contacted them, can't get in contact with them at all, and
I've done that before.
And it was, and then I didn't hear from them for months, and then all of a sudden it was something personal happened in their life. And something else, but no, something personal.
Use that line. That's a nice line to get off.
That is
well,
crazy.
And I'm
you know
sure.
What? I just had some things going on.
Well, no, this person's parent passed away in this instance, like, and it was just a lot on them, like, but at the end of the day, like, it still should have been like, okay, I can't do this, like,
it's a quick text.
It's just a quick text would have been fine. Like, I don't have to talk to you on the phone, FaceTime you all the time, all day, but just a quick text, hey, got this going on. I don't know.
That's the thing, like, if I feel like, okay, I really care about, I think we had this conversation with Stay Ready. If I care about you and I care about your feelings, I'm gonna take that extra time and say, yo, this is what's going on. I can't really talk. Like, it is what it is. I'm sorry. If I care, I'm gonna really say that. If I don't really care, I might think about texting you and giving an explanation. But if I don't care, I'm not gonna do it.
But let's get into, because you said you've done that before. So let's get into why.
And this is because I plan things when I'm in the mood. And if it's not like within 24 hours, I can get to the day of and be like, you know what, I don't really feel like doing that no more.
And you just ghost them the whole weekend.
Well, I didn't ghost the person, and I did feel bad about this.
I'm sure you did.
I really did like this girl. Like, she was a nice girl.
Listen to this girl. Really liked her, but ghosted.
But I felt like it was storming in Charlotte, and I was gonna have to drive to see her. It was like an hour away. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna just chill in the house.
You couldn't tell her I was storming, I want to drive to see you?
I posted a story on Instagram, so she knows I was at home.
But you still didn't text her directly, though.
I mean, I let her know I wasn't coming after she responded to the story.
Wow.
So
she had to find
so here we go. So I see you still at home. Yeah, I decided not to come. It's
Exactly.
storming.
Yes, that's exactly what
So
happened.
you're not gonna let me know this?
I said I was waiting out the storm.
So you was gonna let me find out through your Instagram
That's
story?
good.
I was waiting out the storm. I don't feel comfortable driving in the rain.
But you could have just told her that.
I did when she asked.
Okay.
I just didn't forward the information. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, now she has this impression like, dag, like, you just ghosted me because it was storming, like.
I mean, we didn't talk after that.
I'm sure you did.
I'm sure I wouldn't want to talk to you either. You just ghosted me
For my safety?
That's not why you did it.
That's not why you did it, though,
You just said that's not why you did it. Oh my gosh.
But that was old. That was 2 years ago, Danny. That wouldn't do that now.
Okay. How would you cancel a date now? Just say, hey, you're not feeling it?
Yeah. I mean, usually the day before, I feel like we confirm. Like, if I plan a date with you, I usually am interested in going on a date with you.
Still down for tomorrow type thing?
Yeah. But usually I feel like I'm only going on dates with people I'm talking to every day. Like, if I talk to you every day, every other day, whatever, and we have something planned, then I'm more likely to go and stick it out. But if we plan a date, we don't talk for a couple of days till the date comes, probably not gonna go.
I've only done that I think it a couple times, but I think that's a sure sign that like you already know it's not much there. Yeah. It's like, all right, I'm not gonna talk to you if I plan to date Monday. I'm not gonna talk to you Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday because Friday I'm not gonna have nothing to talk to you about. Like, so let me save all my ammo for this day Friday.
That's the worst, and that's the worst for women that don't want to like. They don't like talking on the phone, or the person like, oh, I like to get to know you in person. Like, no, I like to be comfortable.
Yeah. I
don't like to be awkward on the first date.
Right.
That is the thing. You guys ever been on blind dates?
Nah.
I've been on one, bro. It was so awkward. So this lady I worked with, she was older. It was when I worked at Roses. So when I was in high school.
Roses. That's the old people story, man.
That's where I worked. I'm sorry. I was in high school.
How old was this woman?
Bruh, let me finish the story.
I don't think we got all the context.
Right. At all.
Context is important.
It is. There's this older woman that had a daughter. Like.
Oh, that's the key.
That is the key. Goodness gracious. So there's this older woman that had this daughter. I don't know how it went. Probably, I think you may like my daughter type stuff, blah, blah. Like, all right, cool. I don't know why they asked to see a picture of her. Like, I don't know.
I mean, high school.
Yeah, like, MySpace was probably barely popping. It's not Instagram went out and all that. So, anyway, it was just around it. A picture is what wrapped the story together. So I was like, yeah, man, tell her, meet me at Buffalo Wild Wings this day, this time, blah, blah. So I'm minding my business. She comes, she pull up. I actually, one of my homegirls at work with me, I'm like, yo, Miss Lena hooked me up with her daughter. But I don't want to go by myself just in case it's trash. Can you go with me? And my homegirl went, but like I had a booth waiting on the girl, and she had like a table, and my blind date didn't know. So anyway, the girl came in. I don't remember what she looked like. I think she was okay. I think she was cute. She was straight. Like I wasn't like wow, but she's cool. But she's cool. I'm like, all right, she's cool. Whatever. I get to know her. So we're talking, and she asked me, did I know such and such? I was like, yeah, I know her. How you know I know her? She was like, because I was walking in the hallway in high school, and she was friends with a girl I went to prom with, like the previous year, and she saw my picture. So meanwhile, it's a blind date for me. I haven't seen her picture. She seen my picture. It was awkward. I left with my homegirl that I work with. That's my blind date, you guys.
Because she saw you before you saw her?
And she was just bringing it up. She was like, so, like she was bringing up all these girls that I may or may not have talking to, which she didn't have no proof about. And she just came to the date angry, like an angry girlfriend. Like, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. Like, why are you mad that I talked to girls before I met you? Like, so it
sounds very high schoolish.
It was.
Sounds a very high school situation.
I don't think. Could any of y'all go on blind date?
I would.
Would you?
I would. You don't? Do you think Love is Blind? You seen the show, right?
I seen some of it. Which one is that?
The
That's
one
the one they're in the
couldn't
pods.
see each other.
They're in the pods. They're getting to.
No! I didn't watch that one.
Oh yeah.
I didn't watch any of it. I've seen like clips of it.
But literally, like it was people that had fell in love with someone else just from like a couple days of conversation with them.
I don't think you fall in love with a couple days of conversation. I'm not buying that. Now, you can like somebody, you can, get their energy, get their vibe and all that. Like, this is a really cool person. Like, especially, I think as guys, I don't know, do you ladies like men voices?
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, kind of like men, like, it's something about hearing a nice, like, I don't know how to explain it.
Right.
Like, so with that being said, if, I'm on that show, the girl has a nice voice and all that, her conversation cool, I'm like, dang, I like her. I'm attracted to her. Just
so
offer conversation and offer,
Hypothetical. If you were to never have seen your girlfriend, but only you could have talked to her, do you think you would still have fallen for her the same way? Like you would you have chosen to be with her?
I don't think so. And because to me, I think to be in a relationship, a bond must be built. And wait, are you asking would I be with her and give it a shot, or do you?
Yeah, so in Love is Blind, they get to know different people, just again talking to them, and then they have to make a selection.
Yeah, I think I'd give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah. But what I was saying, like, to make something where I couldn't not be able to see you for 3 months of talking, and then but we're dating after the first month, and now we're dating for 2 months. It's like. No, because you need more. I think humans are visual creatures. And, even with people that are like actually blind, I believe they get another sense from touching, so they at least get that sort of visualization, low key. Touch your finger. So or
blind
hands.
people blind.
So we're not going there. We're not going there.
Okay,
But
they does not see what you see.
they're blind. You have to have sight to see. Blind people don't have sight. So anyway, that's my thing. But
What about you?
What I go on a blind date?
Could you fall in love or like date somebody without first seeing them and just getting to know them talking? Like you got to know them on an intimate level just by talking, but you never met them before.
No. Like now, like the person I am now, no. Like high school and stuff, like people used to talk on the internet with each other all the time and say they were in love.
Chat rooms, huh?
No.
Chat room.
Not at all. People used to do that all the time, but that's just lust and puppy love. Like, that's not realistic now. Like I'm not about to talk to you on the phone. I can't see you.
Yeah.
Or I can't, like you said, just being visual. Like I have to see you. I'm an in-person kind of person. So like I'm just not gonna fall in love just because we have a great conversation.
I think even when you see a person, you gotta see a person. I know there's been plenty of times like I have homies and stuff like that, and even I've done in the past for like I may see somebody that look good and we talking on say Instagram or something like that. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna have to see her. Like you got FaceTime, you got Snapchat. Like I still need to see you while we conversate.
I've got Converse. I've got
Converse. Sorry.
I'm glad you said it, not me.
I'm tired of like DMing women because
DM too many?
No, it's just especially like now with everybody in these angles and the filters, these women don't really be looking like that good in person. They really don't. I've seen a couple that got likes and a lot of followers.
Not looks.
Busted in real life.
Likes and not looks.
Yeah, that's really not like that in real life.
And I've seen a girl before. She's got like thousands of followers. I saw her out in New York one time, and I was like, "Oh, okay, all right. Like your pictures are cool, but I'm like, you okay?
You're a regular person.
You just regular like me, like."
Yeah. I mean, and that's when you can't get lost in like the visuals or the perception, because even that, like a lot of men and women with a lot of likes and stuff like that, sometimes are lonely, and not even like literally by themselves, but they deal with maybe self-esteem issues and stuff like that, and. Not to say they're even chasing likes, maybe they just so happen to get them, but that's their escape too sometimes. And you don't realize now you're talking to somebody and they're just looking at a way to escape so they don't have a sense of reality.
Right.
So now you got a barrier.
Oh, snaps.
And that brings to a topic. I got a segue. So I think when you say people, we be judging people. I think as humans, I'm not gonna say we lack empathy, but I think everybody has an empathy tolerance, and by that I mean, okay, I'll be considerate of what somebody's going on, long as they don't post about it more than 2 times. Okay, so I broke my leg. Oh, my leg hurts. Oh, I feel bad for him. I'm gonna pray for him. A week later, my leg's still hurting. Oh, I feel bad for him. 4th week, my leg hurt. Man, don't nobody care about your leg hurting no more. Like, and you just grow. Like, and it's just, I've seen that, and it's like, a lot of times, we don't understand what is truly going on with others, and we just base it off of what we may see or hear or perceive, and we don't know the whole story. So again, I'm one of those people like, okay, I'm not thinking about your leg no more, but maybe if I actually talk to that person, like, why are you posting about your leg? Because I'm having a really hard time recovering. Nobody's here with me. My only outlet is to express myself over social media. Like something as simple. You don't know what's going on or what's behind the scenes of it all, but like we're so quick to judge because we may have reached our limit on empathy. That's my thoughts on it. I noticed it because I just noticed it. Facebook. I be seeing people comments on Facebook and stuff like that, and it's just like, bro, I'm with y'all. Like I'm tired of them posting this too, but like you don't know that life. You can't say, oh, they're disturbed or they need help or blah blah. Because 1, they might think the same about you. 2, have you sat down to try to help them? Like they need this. have you tried? So
I think that's just us. This society that we in has made us pay attention and care more about other people because it's just the focus away from ourselves. So we're always chasing distraction or some sense of comfort or some sense of comparison where, okay, all right, I'm where I am in life at 28. Well, this person got this. Like, what did they do special that have this? Like, that takes the focus away from you being grateful for where you are. Now you're comparing it to somebody else. Now you're criticizing them. Now you're judging them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't know if it's a part of human nature or if that's just society and how we've been made to live, man.
And I think the crazy part about that too is even if you're looking at somebody and you're not saying, oh, I want this, I want that, but you're talking about what they have or what they're doing, you're taking away from what you have. Again, you're perfectly comfortable. I have a Mercedes. You have a Mercedes with the drop top. It's like, man, look at them with Mercedes with drop top. Why am I? Good for him. I have a Mercedes. I'm good. Like, I shouldn't be focusing on what they got. Like, it's no better. Okay, it's different. Their lifestyle's different. What they got going on different. But I'm not jealous of them. So you're not jealous. So literally, what reason do you have to talk about them? Like, exactly. I think a lot of times, you know, we could be way more constructive with how we're managing our time and our words and our actions than what we actually are. It's like, no, we're conditioned to talk about others, to talk about what's going on, and again, it has a time and place. You know, that's how you exchange knowledge and information, but that's why you gotta be responsible and careful about it, I think.
Someone said on Twitter, comparison is the thief of joy.
Ooh. Say that one more time, a little bit louder to the mic.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Like that.
I agree.
Same.
And they said in the context of people are so in a rush to do certain things because they see other people doing it on social media. Like you said, you can't compare yourself to other people. And you're doing perfectly fine. Yeah. But just because this person has a drop down Mercedes, it doesn't mean you gotta go get one now.
You know your truth, you don't know theirs.
Right.
Like, and that is a big thing. And then a lot of times, sometimes you barely know your truth. Like, because you're too busy trying to pay attention to someone else's.
That was one of my life lessons for this year, my reflection.
What? You don't know your truth?
Only compare yourself to yourself.
You're your biggest competition, too.
Yep. That's good. I did that earlier this month myself, compare myself to myself. Like, my time and all. It's crazy. It's time flies. I haven't lived in DC in 6 years, and it seems like it was just yesterday. I was like, dang, I low-key forgot I was there. Like, I lived there. You know what I'm saying? So just compare myself, and now I'm like, oh, I was doing so much better. It's like, okay, you felt like you was up here. Now, where do you feel like you're doing? Mm-hmm. And if you feel like you're down here, then you got nowhere to go. If you feel like here, okay, how do you drop? If you feel like you're here, all right, how do you elevate? So, in that sense, so I think that was good to look at. So,
well, we good on time, man. Any last things?
Nah, I appreciate you coming, opening up about health, wealth, and your job. Thank you for teaching me how to pronounce something I still don't know how to say. Supraventricular tachycardia.
No, tachycardia.
Tachycardia. Boom.
Shout out to medical terminology.
Say precedence.
No.
That's
Thank you for coming.